If someone said something to you right now in English and you didn't catch it, what would you say? If your answer is sorry, or what, or just an awkward smile and a nod, this episode is going to completely change how you handle that moment. Because here's the thing, not catching what someone said happens to everyone, every single day, even between native speakers. But most English learners only know one or two ways to respond. And honestly, those ways can sound a little blunt, a little rude, or just a little lost.
Oh, I've been there so many times. I remember once in a meeting, someone said something I completely missed, and I just kind of laughed along and nodded. And then they turned to me and said, "So what do you think?" And I had absolutely no idea what they had asked. It was one of those slow motion disaster moments.
That is exactly what we're talking about today. And the thing is, it's not about your English level. It's about having the right phrases ready. Phrases that sound natural, that buy you a second to think, and that keep the conversation going without any awkwardness.
So, today on Word to World English, we're diving into everything you need to know about what to say when you miss something in a conversation. We're talking about real phrases, real situations, and how to recover like a confident English speaker.
By the end of this episode, you're going to be able to ask someone to repeat themselves without sounding rude. Handle those I have no idea what just happened moments with confidence, and keep conversations flowing even when you miss something.
Before we jump in, we want to hear from you. Has this ever happened to you? You missed something someone said and you just smiled and nodded and hoped for the best? Tell us in the comments. You are so not alone.
And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to Word English. We make episodes exactly like this one every week, and you don't want to miss them.
All right, let's get into it.
Picture this. You're in a real conversation, and the words just don't land. Okay, imagine you're at a coffee shop with a colleague. You're chatting, there's background noise, the milk steamer goes off right in the middle of their sentence, and suddenly you've lost the thread completely. Or picture this, you're on a video call and the connection cuts out for 2 seconds, just long enough for you to miss something important. Or maybe someone speaks faster than you're used to, or with an accent that's a little unfamiliar. These things happen all the time. And the way you respond in that split second matters a lot more than most learners realize.
So let's go through the phrases people actually use in those moments. The first one is so simple, but so useful. Sorry, could you say that again? This is polite, it's clear, and it works in almost any situation. With a friend, a colleague, a stranger. It doesn't make you sound confused, it just sounds like you want to make sure you heard correctly.
The next one is, I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. The word quite does something really lovely here. It softens it. Instead of I didn't catch that, which can sound a bit flat, I didn't quite catch that sounds warm, a little apologetic, and completely natural.
Then there's, could you repeat that please? Which is slightly more formal. You'd use this with someone you don't know well. A customer service agent, a receptionist, someone in a professional setting. It's direct, but still polite.
Now, here's one I love. I'm sorry, what was that? The little pause before what was that makes it sound really natural, like something just slipped by and you're gently catching it. It's casual, it's warm, and native speakers use it all the time.
There's also, sorry, I missed that. The noise in here is a bit much. This is brilliant because you're giving a reason without making it about your English. It's honest, it's friendly, and it completely takes the pressure off.
Oh, and I love this one too. Bear with me. I want to make sure I understood you correctly. This one's great when you think you caught most of it, but you're not 100% sure. It shows you're engaged, you're careful, and you want to get it right. So what would you say if you missed something right now? Pause the video and think about it. Which of those phrases would feel most natural coming out of your mouth? Here's something interesting about what beginners usually do versus what sounds natural. A lot of learners say just what on its own. And it's not wrong, but without any softener, it can sound a bit sharp, almost like you're annoyed. The natural versions all have something in front. Sorry, what? Or, what was that? That tiny addition makes a huge difference to how it lands.
Let's look at some quick variations of could you repeat that, from formal to very casual. With a stranger or in a professional setting, I'm sorry, could you repeat that? With a colleague? Sorry, could you say that again? With a friend? Wait, what? Or, hang on, say that again? And in a noisy place? Sorry, I can't hear. Can you say that louder?
Which one of those felt most useful to you? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know which situations you're most likely to need this in. Quick recap from this section. Your key phrases are, sorry, could you say that again? I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat that, please? Sorry, what was that? And bear with me. I want to make sure I understood you correctly. These are your foundation phrases. Keep them close. All right, let's put these phrases into a real conversation. I'm going to be a colleague you've just bumped into in the office hallway, and you've got to use what we've just learned. Here we go.
Hey, did you hear about the meeting they've moved to Thursday morning?
Sorry, what was that? The noise in here, I missed it completely.
Oh, right, the team meeting. It's been moved to Thursday morning, 9 o'clock.
Got it. Thursday at 9. Thanks for telling me. I would have completely missed that.
No problem. Better to double check, right?
Exactly.
Okay, let's break that down. Did you notice two things that worked really well there? First, sorry, what was that? The noise in here, I missed it completely. By adding the reason, the noise, it sounds totally relaxed. Not embarrassed, just practical. Second, when the information got repeated, there was a confirmation. Got it. Thursday at 9. Repeating the key info back is a brilliant habit. It proves you've understood, and it shows you were listening carefully.
Now, let me show you what could go wrong. Imagine the same exchange, but with a less natural response. The colleague says the meeting is moved to Thursday, and the response is, please can you repeat? No softener, no sorry, no filler, just please can you repeat? It's not terrible, but it sounds a bit robotic, a bit stiff. There's no warmth. The natural fix? Add sorry or at the start, and make it a proper question. Sorry, could you repeat that?
Now it's your turn. Say this out loud right now. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again? Go on, seriously, say it out loud. The more you practice saying it, the more naturally it comes out when you actually need it.
Here are 3 things to help this sound more natural. First, always add a softener at the start. Sorry, or oh. Second, where possible, give a quick reason. I missed that, the connection cut out, it's a bit noisy. Third, confirm when you've understood. Got it. Okay, perfect, thank you. These 3 moves together make the whole exchange feel smooth and easy. Try writing your own version of that conversation in the comments. Change the situation. Maybe it's at a restaurant, or on the phone, or in a class. Let's see what you come up with. And here's the key move from this section, the confirmation at the end. When someone repeats something for you, always confirm you've got it. It closes the loop beautifully. Okay, so now let's talk about the harder moments. Because sometimes it's not just one word you miss. It's the whole meaning. You caught the words, but you're not sure what they actually mean. Or someone repeats themselves and you still don't fully get it. Or the situation is a bit more serious and you really, really need to understand. What do you do then?
This is where a second set of phrases becomes really valuable. I'm not sure I follow. Could you explain a little more? This is wonderful because it's honest without being dramatic. It says, I'm with you, I just need a bit more.
There's also, what do you mean by, this is perfect when you catch most of it, but one specific part is unclear. What do you mean by the second option? Or what do you mean by before Friday? It's focused, it's efficient, and it shows you're engaged.
Another great one, just to make sure I've understood. You're saying that, and then you repeat back what you think you heard. This is a confident move. It's not just asking for a repeat, it's showing that you've been processing the information and you want to verify it.
And if you need to slow things right down, there's, could you say that a bit more slowly? I want to make sure I get it right. This takes confidence to say, but it sounds completely respectful. Nobody, and I mean nobody, minds being asked to slow down when it's phrased this way.
The key to all of these is tone. If you say them with a relaxed, genuine energy, they all sound lovely. If you say them with panic or frustration in your voice, even the nicest phrase can feel awkward. So practice saying them calmly. Let's try one right now. Say this with me. Just to make sure I've understood, you're saying that. Take a breath, keep it relaxed. Go.
Okay, here's a quick role play. I'm going to be a native speaker talking a little quickly, and you respond using the recovery phrases. Ready?
So the plan is we'll meet at the station at 6:30, then head over to the venue. It should only take about 20 minutes from there, maybe less depending on traffic, and then we'll need to check in before the event starts at 7:30.
Just to make sure I've understood, we're meeting at the station at 6:30?
That's right, yeah, 6:30.
Great. And the venue is about 20 minutes away?
Exactly.
Perfect. You've got it. That's the move. Don't try to catch every detail at once. Pick the key information, confirm it, and build from there.
Think about a moment where this has come up for you. At work, with a doctor, booking something over the phone. What would you say? Tell us in the comments. And here's the main takeaway from this section. Use just to make sure I've understood when you need to verify. It is one of the most confident and natural phrases in the English language.
Okay, confession time. Early on, whenever I missed something, my go-to phrase was, "Pardon me?" Every single time. Every single time. And nobody ever said anything, but looking back in a casual conversation with friends, it sounded incredibly formal, like I was in a period drama. In real life, pardon me is quite stiff in most English-speaking countries, especially for everyday conversations.
That's such a good one. So let's go through the common mistakes learners make in this situation. Mistake number 1, using pardon alone in casual settings. Incorrect? Pardon? Correct? Sorry, what was that? Or, sorry, could you say that again? The reason, pardon isn't wrong, but in casual conversation, it can sound overly formal or even a little cold. Save it for very formal moments and use the warmer versions day to day.
Mistake number 2, just saying, "I don't understand." It's honest, but it doesn't help the other person know what to do. They don't know whether to explain differently, repeat slower, or give an example. Better? "I'm not sure I follow. Could you explain a bit more?" Or, "Sorry, what do you mean by specific part?" Can you hear how much more useful that is? It guides the conversation forward instead of stopping it.
Try saying the correct version now. I'm not sure I follow. Could you explain a bit more? Say it with me.
Mistake number 4, over-apologizing. Some learners say, I'm so sorry, my English is not good, I'm sorry." And genuinely, I understand that impulse. But it makes the conversation uncomfortable for everyone. The other person doesn't know what to do with all those apologies. A simple, "Sorry, I missed that," is enough. You don't need to explain or apologize for your English. Right. One sorry is plenty. "Sorry, I missed that." Clean, natural, confident. Move on. Mistake number 4, nodding and pretending you understood when you didn't. This one, we've all done it. But if it's important information, directions, a meeting time, instructions, this can cause real problems later. It's always better to ask. And remember, the person you're talking to would much rather repeat themselves than have a misunderstanding. Native speakers do this too. They nod when they've lost the thread and then have to do a sneaky Google later. You are in excellent company. Try saying the correct version of mistake 3 now. "Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again?" Perfect. And here's the big picture. Real connection in English isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest, being warm, and keeping the conversation going. Missing something doesn't make you a bad English speaker. Asking a good question about it actually makes you a great communicator. Has any of these mistakes hit home? Drop it in the comments. Tell us which one you've done before. No judgment here. We've all been there, and working through them together is exactly what word-to-world English is all about.
All right, it's time for What Would You Say? Your favorite part, and honestly mine too. I'm going to give you 4 real-life mini scenarios, and for each one, there are 2 possible responses. You decide which one sounds more natural. Pause if you need to think, and say your answer out loud. Don't just read it in your head. Scenario 1. You're on the phone with your bank. The agent says something quickly and you miss it. Option A, say again. Option B, sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat it?
Option B is the winner every time here. Option A, say again, is very abrupt. It's actually a phrase used in military communication, and in a phone call with your bank, it sounds harsh and a little rude. Option B is polite, warm, and completely appropriate. It sets the right tone for the whole call.
Scenario 2. You're having coffee with a new friend. They say something funny, but you missed the punchline. Option A, I'm sorry, what was that? I missed it. Option B, I beg your pardon.
Option A all the way. I'm sorry, what was that? It sounds warm and casual. It fits the relaxed vibe of coffee with a friend. I beg your pardon sounds very formal and a little stiff for that setting. It might even make your friend pause and wonder if they've said something wrong.
Scenario 3. You're in a meeting and your manager says something about a deadline that you don't catch. Option A, just to make sure I've understood, the deadline is this Friday? Option B, what? When?
Option A, absolutely. Even if you're confused, what, when in a meeting sounds flustered and a little unprofessional. Option A sounds calm, focused, and engaged. It shows you care about getting the details right, not that you've panicked.
Scenario 4. This one's tricky. A stranger gives you directions and you follow along fine, but the last part is unclear. Option A, I didn't understand. Option B, got it up to the last part. Could you say that bit again?
Option B, and notice why. Option A is technically true, but doesn't help the stranger know what to repeat. Option B tells them exactly where you lost the thread. That's efficient communication, and the stranger will appreciate it. You're different with a friend, a colleague, and a stranger, and these scenarios show you exactly how to adjust.
Now here's a challenge. Create your own scenario in the comments and ask the community what they would say. You might help someone else practice too.
And remember, in real conversation, the goal isn't to find the perfect sentence. It's to stay connected to the person you're talking with. A slightly imperfect phrase said with a smile is always better than silence.
Today we covered so much, and I'm really proud of everything you've just learned. This might seem like a small topic, what to say when you miss something, but honestly, it's one of the most powerful things you can work on because it happens constantly, and now you have the tools.
Here are the 3 things we covered today. The key phrases for asking someone to repeat or clarify. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say that again? What do you mean by how to recover confidently when things get confusing? Just to make sure I've understood. And the common mistakes to avoid. Over-apologizing, saying nothing, and that overly formal pardon.
And here's what I want you to remember most. Confidence in English doesn't come from never missing anything. It comes from knowing exactly what to do when you do. And now you know.
Think about a real conversation coming up in your life this week. A meeting, a phone call, a chat with a neighbor. Can you picture a moment where one of today's phrases might come up? Hold on to that moment. That's your practice opportunity.
If this episode helped you, please give it a like, share it with someone who's learning English, and leave us a comment. We really do read every single one. And subscribe to Word to World English so you never miss an episode.
This is honestly my favorite kind of episode to make. The real, everyday stuff that nobody talks about enough. I hope it made you feel more confident and more ready. Take care of yourselves, keep practicing, and we'll see you next time on Word to World English.